Okay, so imagine this. You sign up for a Tai Chi class expecting to learn an ancient martial art steeped in tradition, philosophy, and combat techniques. But instead, you end up practicing a series of slow, unrelated movements that have little to do with the real thing. That's what's happening to a lot of people in the US right now.
That's such a striking way to put it. And it's not just a rare occurrence, it's a widespread issue. Tai Chi, as it's traditionally practiced, is this intricate blend of martial applications, health benefits, and Daoist philosophy. But here, it's often reduced to something like a gentle exercise routine. It's no wonder people are confused.
Exactly. Your article that we're looking at today dives into this phenomenon, calling it a bait and switch. It's not just about bad teaching, it's about instructors presenting something entirely different under the name of Tai Chi. And the problem is, most students don't even realize it's happening.
That's what makes it so frustrating. People think they're learning Tai Chi, but what they're actually getting is often simplified Qigong exercises or unrelated movement drills. And while those might still have value, they're not Tai Chi. It's like ordering a specific dish at a restaurant and being served something completely different.
That analogy from the article really stuck with me. The idea of going to a Chinese restaurant, ordering a Korean dish like bibimbap, and then being served lo mein noodles instead, it's such a simple yet powerful way to explain what's happening. Lo mein might still be delicious, but it's not what you ordered.
And that's the heart of the issue. Students deserve transparency about what they're actually learning. My article makes a really important distinction between Tai Chi and Qigong. While they're both respected Chinese internal arts, they're not interchangeable. All Tai Chi is Qigong, but not all Qigong is Tai Chi. It's a subtle but crucial difference.
So, why do you think that some teachers choose to not be truthful and transparent about what they are truly teaching? Or why don't they just learn the real deal to begin with and then teach from that foundation of legitimacy?
That is a great question. It is a bit complicated, though. Some teachers were misled when they were students, and once they began to teach, they were not even aware that they were not legit in the teachings. Some realized the truth and sought out legitimate teachers, as I did some 25 years ago, in order to correct the glitch in the matrix, so to speak. Others choose to perpetuate the facade, maybe because they are not wanting to learn something new. Others have an ego that just has to be right all the time. Or, as some cultures see it, they don't want to lose face or be shamed by admitting their shortcomings on this particular issue. The good news, though, is that the current martial arts community in the US and many legitimate high-level Tai Chi teachers are quite open and willing to teach any and all that are willing and able, regardless of their past baggage. Open systems or schools that welcome everyone in are a great place to start. Closed systems or schools that require starting over as a beginner or proving of loyalty to a new teacher or system should be approached with eyes wide open.
And it's not just about semantics, it's about integrity. Tai Chi is an art form built on discipline, honesty, and tradition. When instructors misrepresent what they're teaching, whether intentionally or not, it undermines the entire practice. And it leaves students feeling misled, which is just so frustrating.
It really is. And what's even more frustrating is that this isn't a new problem. The article points out that when Tai Chi was first introduced in the US, some Asian martial artists took advantage of the fact that Western practitioners didn't have a deep understanding of internal martial arts. They presented adjusted Qigong sequences or simplified slow motion movements as Tai Chi, assuming students wouldn't know the difference.
That's such a shame. And it's not just about the students, it's about the art itself. Tai Chi has such a rich history and so many layers of meaning. Stripping it down to just a series of slow movements misses the point entirely. It's like taking a beautiful, complex symphony and reducing it to a single note.
That's a perfect metaphor. And in my article, I try to unpack those layers, starting with the philosophical foundations of Tai Chi. It's deeply rooted in Daoist and Confucian philosophy, incorporating concepts like yin and yang theory, five-element theory, and Bagua, or the 8 trigrams. These aren't just abstract ideas. They're the backbone of Tai Chi's physical movements and martial applications.
I loved how the article explained yin and yang as the balance of softness and strength. Tai Chi literally translates to supreme ultimate, and it embodies this interplay between yielding and attacking, expansion and contraction. It's not just about moving slowly, it's about moving with purpose and balance.
And that balance is evident across all major styles of Tai Chi, such as Chen, Yang, and Wu. Chen style, for example, integrates sudden explosive releases of energy, or Fajin, alongside soft coiling movements. Yang style smooths out those transitions but retains the root structure and internal power. And Wu style, with its compact, small frame movements, emphasizes yielding and subtle redirections over forceful exchanges.
It's so fascinating how each style has its own unique flavor while staying true to the core principles of Tai Chi. And then you've got the 5-element theory, which describes dynamic interactions in nature. The article ties each element, wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, to specific aspects of Tai Chi practice. For example, wood represents expansion and spiraling energy, which you see in silk-reeling movements, especially in Chen style.
And fire, which is all about ascending and explosive power, is reflected in Fajin. Earth, representing stability and neutrality, is all about rooting in central equilibrium. Metal is about precision and economy of movement, and water represents flow and adaptability. It's such a holistic way to think about movement and energy.
I also appreciated how the article connected Tai Chi to Bagua, or the 8 trigrams. The 8 fundamental energies of Tai Chi, like Peng, Lu, Ji, and An, correspond to the 8 trigrams, each symbolizing natural forces like heaven, earth, wind, and thunder. It's like Tai Chi is a living embodiment of these ancient philosophies.
And that's what makes the misrepresentation of Tai Chi so frustrating. When instructors strip away these core principles, they're not just simplifying the art, they're erasing its soul. The article points out that many modern adaptations focus solely on relaxation, neglecting the essential physical structure required for both internal energy development and combat application.
Right? Authentic Tai Chi requires adherence to specific biomechanical principles like kinetic linking. The idea is that movement flows seamlessly through the entire body. Power originates from the feet, the waist and spine, to direct the movement, and the arms and hands express it. It's all connected.
And that connection is what sets authentic Tai Chi apart from the watered-down versions. For example, in Chen style, you've got alternating slow and fast movements, silk-reeling drills, and explosive Fajin strikes. Without these elements, it's not real Chen-style Tai Chi.
Similarly, Yang style is characterized by large, flowing postures and an emphasis on balance and smoothness. And Wu style, with its smaller movements and compact footwork, focuses on close-range efficiency and subtle redirections. Each style has its own distinct features, but they all share the same foundational principles.
So when you encounter an instructor who claims to teach authentic Tai Chi but omits things like silk-reeling energy, Fajin, or the 5-element theory and its relevance to Tai Chi practice, that's a red flag. It's not just about what's missing, it's about what that absence says about the instructor's understanding of Tai Chi as a whole.
And that's where the bait-and-switch phenomenon becomes so problematic. The article argues that martial arts, and Tai Chi in particular, are institutions that pride themselves on high moral standards, integrity, and character. When instructors misrepresent their systems, they're not just misleading students, they're undermining the very values that Tai Chi stands for.
What's even more troubling is the ripple effect this has beyond martial arts circles. The article points out that healthcare professionals and wellness coaches who incorporate Tai Chi into their practices have an ethical responsibility to ensure they're promoting authentic traditions. When they fail to verify authenticity, they risk misleading their patients and clients, which can erode trust and diminish the effectiveness of these ancient practices.
It's a call to action, really. The article emphasizes that in a world where information is readily available, there's little excuse for perpetuating misconceptions. By asking the right questions, studying traditional principles, and seeking qualified lineage-based instruction, students can ensure they're learning true, authentic Tai Chi.
And that's the key takeaway here. Whether you're a student, an instructor, or a healthcare professional, it's about upholding the integrity of Tai Chi. That means respecting its traditions, being honest about what you're teaching or learning, and committing to truth and accountability.
Absolutely. Tai Chi is more than just a series of slow movements. It's a living tradition, a martial art, and a philosophy. Preserving its authenticity isn't just about honoring the past, it's about ensuring its future.
One more time through, we have an expanding, that's ward off, that's heaven, grounding, earth, mountain, canyon, water, they're set. Wood, let the branch snap. Fire and metal is pushing. Splitting is thunder.